back with another video, y'all. How are y'all doing? Sorry, y'all, I'm on my phone right now. Sorry about that. So, I'm back with another video. I'm gonna tell y'all another story time. If y'all check out my other story time on my other channel, not my other channel, on this channel from yesterday, I told a story about how I come out as bisexual, because I am. How I like girls, end up liking boys, and have a credit and having telling you about what happened to my best friend, which is my ex boyfriend who passed away, Irving, and then when I told y'all about my crush, I have a crush on Shamar. Used to have a crush on Shamar back in high school. Then now I'm gonna tell y'all what's really going on back in 2022 when I first got started at Hayward after graduating high school. So, don't mind me. I'm gonna take a bath after I finish. I'll take a bath after I finish. I look a mess. So here is a story time when I was 18 years old. After I graduated high school, I started the program at Hayward. It's called Victory Program. It's for those who had disabilities. They help you look for jobs. They will help you be independent and all type of stuff. Field trips, all type of stuff. So I'm telling y'all my first kiss with a boy, and I will tell y'all what really happened about that boy. I'm gonna say so I was attended at Hayward Career Technology Center. With my friends. If you see my friends, James and Tyler, you see my friend, who is not my friend anymore, which is Jaden. His name is Jaden Barrow. In my other videos, that's them I'm gonna be talking about. I first met James and Tyler. Here's another story. I met Tyler back in 2022, so I met him again when we got started at Hayward. So I met them. Everything was good. We all getting to know each other. Met my classmate Deshaun. I met my friend Kimani, Daryl, Ebony, everybody. And we all getting to know each other. We all getting along so good. And then I met that boy, and I'm not gonna say his full name. I'm gonna say Ray. His name is Ray. So everything was cool. We all cool. Me, my friend Jaden, and my friend Tyler, Deshaun, and Ray, we all get along as boys. And me, Kimani, and Daryl, we all get along so good. We get along with the teachers. My teachers is Miss Griffin, Miss Buchanan, Miss Brunson. Miss Brunson is my job coach, and Miss Brown. So we all get along so good, and we're like family. And family is always perfect. So everything went fine. We all get to know each other and started our first jobs. and some of them work at Central Kitchen. Some of them work at Starbucks, and some of us go work at schools. I started work at W.G. Sanders Middle School at the time, and so all that went by. We went to a lot of field trips. We went to the fair, went to Lowe's, we went everywhere. We went everywhere. The White House. Oh no, the State House, not the White House. I said White House. The State House. Um, went to the zoo. We went everywhere. By the way. Oh, I got the picture. I got the picture to prove it. I still got the picture to this day. That's all of us. Yeah, I miss those times. That's back in 2023. Okay, I'ma tell y'all what's going on. Back in probably September and October, I think. When I was at Hayward, the boy Ray, I told y'all, he had this like crush on me. Had a crush on me, and he had this like feelings for me. Had a crush on me and stuff, all type of stuff. He told me he had a crush on me. Told me that I'm beautiful. We sat together on a small bus on our way to work. And the first time we kissed was in the bathroom. I hugged him and I kissed him. We tongue kissed. And that was my first time kissing a boy. That was my first time kissing a boy. And I don't know, it's something off about him. Some people don't. One of my classmates don't like him. Some of my classmates don't like him, and I could tell something's off about him. I remember one time we both got in trouble by our teachers. We were always at the bus. I was sitting next to him on the bus. We was holding hands. We was holding hands. Fuck. We was holding hands. I remember he touched my thighs. Yeah, I remember he kept. I remember that day he kept touching all over me. I was laughing, and the bus driver, who is Mr. Hart, that was in the picture that I showed y'all. He's the one who drove us to work, and he saw, and he had this rearview mirror on top, and he seen Raymond and I touching each other, and he told the teachers. So okay, all that went by. I went back to Hayward, and my teacher, Miss Griffin, told me when after you get dressed, we come into the room so I could talk to you. And then I finished getting dressed. I went to the other room with Miss Griffin, Miss Brown, and Miss Brunson. And they were so upset with me and him about touching. I was so mad because I understand what they're saying. I'm mad because he got me in trouble. He got me in trouble. So, about touching, and he being the main one touching me. Yeah, I told him to stop. He don't listen. I told my friend, I told my friend who is not my friend no more, Jaden. I told him that he keep touching me. He keep touching me, and I told him to stop. He just don't. I just told him to stop. He just don't. He just don't listen. And I could tell he seen him as weird person because something's off about him. So, and fast forward back in November 2020, I think it was the 5th of 2022. Okay, we was in class. We was getting ready to go. We was on our way to go to the front of the school to wait for the buses. And then here's what happened. I walked in with him. I'm walking with him, and we went to the bathroom. We went to the bathroom. He closed the bathroom door, and we went to the bathroom stall. He closed the door. He he we he we kissed. He kissed me. He tongue kissed me. Um, and he tried to take my pants off, and he tried to touch me down there, and I stopped him. And I tried to leave, He won't let me leave. He won't let me leave. It's something, and I knew something's off about him. And I've been dating him, and that is weird. And I was like, he tried to touch me down here. I was like, and I tried to leave. He won't let me leave. So I move him out of the way, and I open the door, and then I open the front of the bathroom door, and then went straight up to the damn bus. I went straight up to the damn bus. And then once I went home, I told my friend, Sierra, my high school best friend. That's the one I told y'all in my other video. I told her, and I told my friend Zaria. And it's weird. I thought it was sweet because he gave me flowers. He gave me He gave me a white flower, a blue flower, a red flower, and I throw that flower away. I was so mad. I got home. I never tell my mom. He tried to. Can't believe. I was so confused. Like, I feel so stupid. You know, I feel so stupid. I was so stupid. I was so stupid. I was so confused. Like, did that really just happen to me? Almost. And I could tell something's off about him. Something is off about him. Well, in the next day, I went back to school. We all was in the cafeteria. It was me, Kimani, Jaden, Ray, and Daryl was there, and Miss McKinney, Miss Brunson, Miss Griffin was there. Um, I told Jaden and Kimani, I told him like something's happened to me, and I told him he tried to touch, I was like, he tried to touch me. They was like, Ray trying to touch you? They was like, yeah. Kimani was so shocked and surprised. Yeah, I was like, oh my god. He tried to, I was like, he trying to bend you over. Yeah, I said yeah. I said yes, but 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 still, he trying to touch me down there. And then, no, Miss Griffin wasn't there. Miss Griffin was in the classroom. Miss McKinney and Miss Brunson was there. Miss Miss McKinney was trying to figure out what's going on. And I was in the bathroom. Yeah, I was in the bathroom. He said, Omari, and when I come back, he saying, Omari, I'm sorry. And he gave me a flower. A flower. I was like, how is that gonna make me feel better? How is that gonna make me feel better? So I threw that flower away. I threw that flower away. And then I went upstairs. And then all of us went, hours went by. We went upstairs to get something or whatever. We tried, like, Thanksgiving thing. I mean, they told me to walk away. They told me to walk away. Miss Griffin, Miss McKinney told me to walk away, and they was asking, they was asking Jaden and Kimani what's happening. I think they told them what's going on. I think they told them what's going on. I think they told them Ray touched me, and that's why they pulled me to the side. That's why they that's why they want me to walk away, because they was wondering what's going on. Yeah. I'm good. Um, so it was lunchtime. It was at 11. It was lunch. I don't remember what time it was. I think it was 11:15. Um, Miss Griff, I was getting my lunch, and Miss Griffin pulled me to the side. She was taking me downstairs to the classroom. I was like, "Tell me what happened." She was like, "Can I talk to you?" He was, and Ray told me, ask me, "Can I talk to you? Why you want to talk to me? You're the one who tried to touch me, and they told you about touching. I should not, I should not like this boy." And he was a Gemini. I was like, I knew something's up about him. So Miss Murphy pulled me to the side. She was keep asking me what's you need to tell me. She was like, you need to tell me what's wrong. And she was telling me, do you want to get in trouble for this? No. She was like, okay, then you have to tell me what's going on. And I told her he tried to touch me. Yeah, and she was like, okay, come on, go to the classroom. And now she finally understand. Um, and I told her, I'm not that type of person. I'm not even not the type of person. She was like, yeah, yeah, I know, but yeah, but no, but still. She said, yeah, I know, but still, she not supposed. She was not. He was not supposed to do that to you. He's not supposed to touch me in that way. I think she called my mom. I think she called my mom. I think she called my mom and stuff, and I don't. The reason why I never told my mom is because I don't want her to worry. At least I told her. I guess I have. I think I have a field trip that day. I think I have a field trip that day. Yeah. I think I'll tell y'all. So everything went going on. I think Miss Griffin told Mr. Moy. I think Miss Griffin told Mr. Moy. I think Miss Griffin told Mr. Moy. Um, and when they came back from lunch, she came to the classroom and Jeannie was there, Kimani was there, Daryl was there. Kimani asking me, "What's you okay?" I was like, hell, I was like, yeah, fine. I just feel, I'm confused. You still, and then she would ask me, you still like them? I was like, you still like them? No. Until after that happened, no. And I'll be like, yeah, I'm gonna stay single. I was like, I'm gonna stay single. I should stay single, bruh. That's the guy that I used to date. Ugh. I should not date him. Anyways, time passed by. Time passed by. Miss Des Moines pulled me to the side, and Miss Kimai told me, "Be brave, Amari." She was telling me, he was, he, Mr. Moy telling me, I heard what's been going on with you and Ray, and he asked me what's going on. Where he trying to touch you at? Yeah, I looked down, and he said, down there. He trying to touch your. He trying to touch you down there? Yes. Yes. He was like, okay, and he would call my mom. I didn't call my mom as soon as I got home, and my mom was been, my mom was asking me, so what's going on at school? And they tried to touch me in the he tried to touch me. He, Ray, who was my classmate. Ray was trying to touch me. And she was like, where did he touch? Where he tried to touch you at? He tried to touch me down there, and he tried to take my pants off. And I tried to leave. He won't let me leave. And I told her, Mama, I never been in that situation before. She was like, I know. I never been in that situation before in my life. So, I guess she already told my grandma. So yeah, he tried to touch me. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. I just hate telling the story. I'm just gonna tell it anyway. Put that. I'm trying to put that out there. So back in those times, I told Miss Brunson. I told Miss Brunson, and as soon as I got home from work at WG standards, I went back to school getting dressed. She was telling me she need his information, his phone number, his Instagram. I blocked him. My classmate Precious, who is not my friend, and I find out that he texted me, calling me a whore, calling me a bitch, and calling my mama a hoe. I was like, who are you talking to like that? And then you have some nerve to get all Jaden. The fuck? You get all Jaden, and Jaden is pissed at you. I'm pissed as well, cause he came at me, came at my mama, came at Jaden, but you, and then he have another came at Precious. I was like, what Precious got to do? I was like, what is she got to do with anything? Why are you calling her these names? And I could tell he's a disrespectful one. And then I blocked him. I blocked him, and Gina blocked him. She blocked him. I blocked him, and that's the right thing to do. You have some nerve to call my mom a hoe, but she ain't do nothing to you. And she don't even know your ass. So, and fast forward, I was single, I had my whole life on track, and I was fine, moving forward, complete, trying to finish working, trying to get paid, until May. That was my last day of working. May something. That was my last day of working, and then 2023 hit, and then 2020, and that was in 2023. So, y'all, that's what happened to me, and I moved forward. That was the guy that I used. That was the other guy I used today, and he tried to touch me, and something's off about him. I should not date him. I should be friends with him. So yeah, that's my story, y'all. I wish y'all to like, comment, subscribe, follow my social medias in my description below. Follow my tick and follow me on everywhere, and make sure y'all check out my new music on my other channel, Baby Boy. So yeah, I'll see y'all. Peace.